Ahoy, mateys! How's it going? This is me. I don't really know what to call myself. I'm in a lot of state of ambiguity recently. Yesterday was productive because I did a good recording of Jules Verne, um, Mysterious Island. Excellent recording. Solid. Just started recording and then finished the full chapter 15 without stopping. Because when I stop in Audacity, my preferred, even though it's freeware, and open source, I think, recording software program. I just like using it the best. But anyways, if I stop it, it starts on a new line, and I have to. Sometimes I have a file that has like 10 different lines. I have to crop them all up. So it's just good just to stop, just continue through, and it makes for better reading. Anyways, a lot of stuff's going on. Like in regards to location, gear, living home. I'm been looking at apartments now. The past couple weeks, I look at houses, which I've never thought I'd ever be doing. Been looking at apartments around the southwest Michigan area and northwest Indiana area. And I'm like, whatever. Michigan seems good. I've had a lot of people mention Michigan is the sister of a girlfriend I used to have, and a really good friend from really, really young, like age toddler. He was in Michigan, and it seemed like they're, pointing out Michigan's a good place. I like Michigan. I love Michigan. I feel connected to Michigan. Anyways, I just watched some YouTube videos yesterday of Alan Partridge, which I love, but also recently of people biking with panniers, which I really like the looks of, and a bunch of junk that I don't need. But I like the panniers. So it would be. I remember in 2004, I camped outside at a house, my parents' house, on the West Coast, and then I biked all through the day, and then I camped outside the house in the lawn, and it was like I was trying to do a biking camping journey, but instead I had zero displacement. I covered a lot of distance, but I came back to the same spot. So, and way to do that would need a pannier or one of those little trailers. I mean, you could get extremely portable, lightweight back tent with backpack, but still you'd be carrying a lot of stuff on your back, and ideally it would be good just to have panniers and then camelback on back for biking. Water purifier, but just off the top of my head, tent, thermarest, sleeping bag, water purifier, knife, camelback, GPS, bike, portable food. That's. Anyways, so I hate looking at places, and this weekend, tomorrow, I'm supposed to be looking at more apartments. It seems like I look at these places, and I don't move into them. I should have moved into a place a long time ago. I could have already been living in a place, fully moved in. Because the first place I looked at was March 13th, I think. And it was the 15th of April. I've been doing this for a month. That's retarded. And, family members aren't helping at all. Well, in some ways they are, but in some ways they're making it disgustingly problematic and hellish. So yeah, I feel displaced and stressed about that because I just want to get my shit, a very minimal amount of shit, in a decent place. Things I've been considering are, well, some huge perks and some things I probably won't be able to get. Like a garden would be cool, hardwood floors, probably ideally 2 rooms, room to sleep in, room to work in, and then kitchen and bathroom. That'd be all I really need for rooms. And then hope for cats, because when I'm doing recording, sometimes you can hear the cats meowing in the other room, which is, messes up the quality of the recording. Oh, also my email today, I saw this old Explore talent when I was trying to do acting stuff on the West Coast in 2008, and I went to a couple of those gigs, like some idiotic hairs thing. Oh, I had a black eye when I went. That was terrible. Oh, it was just hellish. That was also the West Coast, which is hellish. So I really don't like it all. Dislike that. And it, there was a $5,000 to $20,000, for whatever it is. It's a model thing, and I was like, well, I don't know. I don't have any income practically now, so whatever. But then I came across this Gelkin search extension, which is awesome. I think it's called Gelkin. The name isn't as catchy as I once thought it was, but it searches Gmail and Facebook and Dropbox and all these online services, with extreme speed, which is awesome. I'm really liking that. But you know, it was the other side of the brain. That was like a logic programming and then like acting, modeling stuff, and it was just like, I don't know. I've had interest in both those parts, not so much modeling, but acting stuff, and then coding stuff as well, which are completely opposite. You never see a performer who's a coder, or a coder who's a performer, or at least very rarely. I guess YouTube people are now cutting that boundary, because you know there's the people who post on videos performance, but then they add code to it, or something was about code. So that's a blending line there, which is probably good. So yeah, distressed about having to constantly look at these idiotic places, which I hate doing. I'd rather be in a slightly lame place than continue to look at these idiotic things. It's such a disgusting waste of time. I hate looking at that. I always want to, when my parents made me go get clothes, I still didn't want to do it, but then, I got this jacket there, and I'm wearing new stuff. So yeah, I'm pissed about that. I've been eyeing. I do this thing on Amazon where I put a bunch of stuff in wish lists, and if it stays in a wish list, then I know for a couple months, then that's something I probably might want to get. And if it stays in there forever, if I keep thinking about it, then it's definitely something that's useful. That way, I eliminate getting shit that I just, for the spur of the moment, I get. So I don't get spur of the moment shit anymore. Yeah, so there's some things that have been in there, namely this charger, Belkin charger. It has USB charger, looks pretty awesome. All this stuff is pretty inexpensive. Upgrading my netbook's RAM, that'd be really useful. Been looking at a ton of Casio G-Shock watches. I'm sure that's the make and model I want to get. And this Aussie recommended the classic, basic, most lame G-Shock one. And he had all the advanced 350 Australian dollar ones, Rise Man, all the crazy techniques. And I've experienced one of those too with Timex expeditions. It's just rubbish. Like the compass it's never accurate actually. And the temperature is always offset by your own body heat, which is retarded. So he was just advocating for the simplest watch, and so I'm going to get some kind of Casio G-Shock. It's not that big of an investment, but right now it is a big investment. A cat's toy, which looks awesome, and all these got really high reviews, so I'm pretty psyched about this. I'm just kind of waiting for next month to kind of start off with a little more financial clarity, financial solvency. Yeah, so it would be cool to do a biking, a couple day, maybe 2-night, 3-day thing. I figure out somebody could look after my cats, or if I could leave food out or some automatic feeder or something for 3 days or 2 days. And then getting in an apartment or house, I don't know which one. I really don't like having people living above or below me. I really dislike that. In some situations, it's fine if it's soundproof. Yeah, soundproofness is important. Sometimes I like to be really loud. I like being loud. It clears my mind. And if I don't have access to that, I'm not as clear. It's simple as that. Simple as that. What are we at here? We're at 8:24. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of rambly. Nothing new. Portal comes out. That was big news on Steam and Reddit. And yeah, cool deal on Steam. A couple games. I got a Rockstar game, which I don't like that. I don't like GTA at all. It's such rubbish. But there was a Rockstar bully game. You might check out for like $3. For $3. And also, what else? I like showering in the morning. I haven't been doing that past month, but I've been doing that recently. Like my haircut I get myself. And what else is going on? Oh yes, partitioning. I've got a Linux partition, 100 gigs. It's frozen. It takes like an hour to transfer a gig. It's retarded. So, a gigabyte or more, or a couple 100 megabytes. So I gotta repartition that, or get everything off that, then reformat it, and then I'm gonna put just Steam on that one partition. Yeah. And then my netbook, which rocks. I love this Asus netbook. It's 1001p. It's got 1 gig of RAM. Gonna upgrade it to 2. It's got 250 gigabyte hard drive, if you like. And I'm gonna half that is Linux. I don't use Linux enough, so I'm gonna do 20 gigs Linux, 105 gigs Dropbox, and then the rest system. So that should be awesome. And yeah, cheerio.